Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the beautiful look we're doing today. It's this pink yellow transition color. It's like a sunset effect. We're going to start off with an e.l.f. palette, and it is the Mad for Matte 2 palette. We're going to be taking this white color right in the front of the palette, and we're going to be applying it on our lids. So the e.l.f. palette is sold online. You can also find it in Walmart. I bought my palette online because my local Walmart did not have the Matte for Matte 2. They do have the Matte for Matte 1. This is a Stila brush. It's just a big, round, fluffy brush. And it's really good for just distributing product all over your eyelid, not for very precise definition. So this is an e.l.f. blending eyeshadow brush. As you can see, it's a lot smaller and it's just more precise for a color. This is the NYX Ultimate eyeshadow palette. It has all these beautiful bright summery colors. It is called Brights, and I bought this at the NYX Canada store. And I'm just going to be taking the corner right orange color, and we're going to just start off by applying it onto the lid and bringing it up to the crease of the eyes. Now, this NYX palette isn't super pigmented, which for some can be not something that you're looking for. To me, I like the idea that it's not too pigmented because it just gives me the flexibility of blending the color. So if something's super pigmented right off the bat, you're gonna have to use a super light hand. But if it's not so pigmented like this palette isn't, then you can slowly just build up the color and the intensity of the shade. So next we're going to be using this vintage brush. It's just a super fluffy, soft brush, as you can see. And I'm just going to be blending out the colors that I've put on my lid so far. A lot of my brushes are cheap brushes, and I buy them online or from Winners or Marshalls. So don't be surprised if you're like, what the hell type of brush is that? So next in the palette, I'm going to be taking this yellow, orangey, burnt color. It's really beautiful for a crease and to just have under your eyeshadows, just so that your colors look more blended. So this is a beautiful brush by the company Vasanti, I don't even know how to say the name, and it's a contour eyeshadow 4 brush, and as you can see, it's like really precise, and it's just really great in those more deep pockets of the eye. It's just really good at taking the color and just making sure that it gets applied to whatever crease or lining in the eye that you have and blending it out seamlessly. If I say that word wrong, I am horrible at words. I don't even know English. I just like speak my own language and everyone understands me. But obviously here, if you see me or hear me in this case butchering words like crazy, it's because I am horrible at speaking. So I'm just blending this color out. I got this brush in a package that I used to get. I used to get like free makeup samples. Why do I always say free? It's not free. I paid like $20+ to get like sampled makeup to my home, and I would try it out. You get it like once a month. There's so many companies out there that do it nowadays. You can look on YouTube. There's so many ways of trying out like makeup every month in a package, and they send it to your home. And they sent me this brush and another brush that you'll be seeing later on in the video. So I'm just continuing to blend out these colors and just making sure that it all looks really natural into my eyes. Now I'm going to take that big fluffy brush and blend, blend, blend. Honestly, makeup's so repetitive. You're just applying colors, blending, applying colors and blending. And you really have to love makeup and love what you're doing, or else you're just going to become impatient and want to stop, or it just won't turn out the way you ideally want it to. So I'm going back to that e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pick up this bright pink right here. It's a beautiful pink color, and I'm going to be applying it onto my lids. So as you can see right off the bat, it's not very pigmented, but all of the colors that I'm using, I always dust off just any extra color that's on the brush, just because like I said, when I'm working on my eyes and I'm doing looks that require a bunch of colors, I just rather start off with a light color on the brush. Like, I don't want it to be too pigmented. I don't want too much of the powder on my brush. So I just dust off the color by just with the brush hitting it, or tapping it, I should say, on a table, and just making sure some of the color comes off. And now I'm just dusting out my eyes. I'm just making sure everything's nice and blended. So this part of the video I forgot to film, but this is one of the Amazon brushes that I was talking about. It came in like a set. And here's the gorgeous Carlie Bybel palette. I love this palette. It's so stunning. Look at all these beautiful colors for the summer. So this is like a brown orange burnt color. So gorgeous in the, well, I'm going like, just give me a minute. You know what that is, girl. You know what that is. That is your crease. Yes, and we're gonna blend and blend. And it just looks really great, as you can see. And I'm going to apply an even brighter pink right onto my lid. It's really good to just start off safe and sorry with a lighter color and build it up if you want it to be more intense, than having it be intense right off the bat, and then you really have to work hard to like blend it and not be so intense after. So again, another Amazon brush. They all look the same. So the kit that I got off of Amazon, which I'll link below, it's not a kit, it's just like a bunch of brushes. And as you can see, it does the job, right? Like, the thing about makeup is the tools are just as important as the makeup. If you have good brushes, then your makeup will turn out good. But if you have crappy brushes, then your makeup won't always turn out good. But it's like, you also need really good makeup, or else the brushes really don't matter. So it's like a relationship. Makeup is like a relationship. If you don't have the good tools, the makeup doesn't matter. And if you don't have the good makeup, then the tools don't matter. So as you can see, I just leave some room near my eyelid, well, right at the bottom of my eyelid, near my eyelashes, for the yellow shade that will be coming in later. And now this is that also precise eyeshadow brush. Again, don't know the company. And I'm taking that yellow, it's a dark yellow, and applying it to my lid. This dark yellow, again, it's not very pigmented right off the bat. I'm just using it as a base for the future yellows that I'll be bringing. I'm only using 3 palettes for this eyeshadow look, so bear with me. It's really not too bad. It's pretty easy. It just takes some time, patience, applying colors, layering them. Another Amazon brush. They're all in the same palette. They all look, not palette. They're all in the same package. And there is that beautiful bright yellow shade, and I'm going to use this brush just to define the yellow right close to my eyelash line. It's not too bright, so I am going to go in with another yellow on top. But going back to the brushes, all the brushes that I used from that Amazon brush kit were all the same look and style, so you'll know when it's that. So this is the Wet n Wild palette, and you can see this beautiful yellow shade. Well, I hope you can kind of see it. I was having trouble getting the camera to focus on the yellow. This is what really helps the yellow to pop. Actually, this Wet n Wild palette is pretty good. Wet n Wild has really nice, beautiful makeup for a really affordable price. It's not the best, but again, it'll get the job done, guys. So now we're going back to that e.l.f. brush, and I'm just taking off any color that I have on it by rubbing it on my hand because I don't care. And I'm just going to make sure that the yellow and the pink are blended in together. This feels like such a ghetto video. Oh my god. I'm not a professional. I'll probably never be a professional. I just love makeup. So I'm picking up this orange shade from the NYX palette again. This is a great brush. It's a pencil brush and it gets right into that crease. And I wanted to define the orange some more because I just felt like after the pink it just was hiding. So I'm gonna add more color to brighten it up again. That's the thing about makeup. People are like, oh, why does your makeup look so good? Well, it took me an hour. And it took patience. And you gotta love it. You gotta have fun with it. So that brush was also from, you got it, Winners Marshalls. Because that's where I get all my brushes. And they're so cheap. And now I'm taking basically all the colors that I used on my lid and bringing it down to my lower eyelash line. And I'm just grabbing this brush, and it's just a really good brush for like anything within the tight line near your eyes, so you can really precise the color right as close to your eyes as possible. So if you're ever doing makeup, it's so important to have like varieties of shapes and styles and brushes because that makes such a big difference. You need like a ridiculous, insanely amount of brushes because like all brushes offer different things, and you need to really know what you want the look to come out looking like. And if you ever want something to be blended, you need a big brush, or just like right here, I got a fluffier brush to blend it out because that other brush wouldn't blend it out like this one would. So this is a more defined brush. It's to pack on the color. I'm packing on the yellow. I'm also bringing it into my tear dot. I really like how the yellow pops and makes my eyes pop. I'm actually going to be putting another color on top of this yellow, so you'll see in a little bit what I do with that. It's coming along, guys. It looks better in real life and on my pictures than it does on the camera. Now I'm going to take this blue and I'm just going to put it right in there on my tear dot, and not a lot comes out. So usually when I'm working with makeup, I always, with the eyeshadows, hit the brush. Well, I don't hit it, I like tap it on the side so that the eyeshadows, like any excess comes off. But in a case like this, I'm not going to do that because when I did that, no color came off. There was no color payoff, so I had to leave some of that color or else it just wouldn't show up on my eyes because they're not very pigmented. So a pigmented eyeshadow would have came in handy, but it's okay. So I blended it out. It's looking good. It's coming along. So I used those two blue colors to achieve that inner tear dot blue. And also in the Wet n Wild palette, they had a similar blue. So I just wanted to show you guys that they were similar. So this is my favorite mascara right now. I adore this mascara. I think it is so beautiful and it just makes your eyelashes look stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I only use a few layers of mascara in this video, but typically I use a lot of mascara. And I'm just going to continue to apply the mascara to my lashes. I'm really impressed with this mascara. It's like awesome. It is so good. I couldn't believe that L'Oreal stepped up their game. I haven't had a mascara that I love this much in a very long time. This is the only one I really use right now, so. I'm just continuing to add layers upon layers. And it just makes such a difference to the makeup look. I cannot picture a makeup look without eyelashes. I am very lucky to have long, thick, dark lashes naturally, so I never apply any false lashes to my eyes personally. This is a Real Techniques brush. There was no name on it, but I know it's a Real Technique brush. And I'm going to apply some e.l.f. setting spray onto it. When you add any setting spray onto a brush, it just helps to really, really intensify the eyeshadow. So typically you'd use this with glitter, or you can use it with highlight colors, shimmer colors like I'm doing right now. So from the Carlie Bybel palette, I'm going to be grabbing that really beautiful white highlight color, and I'm going to use it on my inner tear dot. And this look is coming to an end. I'm just going to be applying this color right onto the tear dot and my eyebrow bone, and you'll see it all come together. My camera's really not that great, so it doesn't show how beautiful the look is, but you can see in the image in the beginning of the video and on my Instagram that it was so stunning and so beautiful, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Thank you everyone for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel down below for any future videos. And follow me on Instagram to see some more beautiful looks that I do. Thanks, everyone.